but I don't want to wait that long. Hello, YouTube. It's me, John Avenger, once again, and welcome to another live commentary from my channel. And by the way, this time in the chat, or even when this is uploaded to YouTube, if there's anybody that's quoting spam, I'm going to block them immediately. So just remember, you've been warned. I'm not going to say it again. We're doing Bad Boys for Life, aka Bad Boys 3, the third one, 17 years after the second movie. One of my favorite films of 2020 that didn't suck, that came out in theaters. And while I do have some issues with the movie, it's mostly just personal stuff. I'm going to be watching the DVD here on my DVD player. It's about 2 hours and 5 minutes, so let's get started. This is a very long, well, not a very long movie. It's shorter than the second one, but it's still longer than the first one. So let's get started with Bad Boys 3. And also, there are going to be some scenes where I'm going to mute just for my sanity. There's the Sony logo, even though I'm not crazy about them. I almost forgot you were going live. I love this movie. Yeah, I know, Eddie. It's good. Considering the movies we got last year, this is one of the better ones. Because last year, this came out in January, a month that's usually doomed for films. But this did not disappoint. It made so much money, it's going to get a fourth one. These are just the logos. Yeah, I like ham. The characters are back, and it was really funny. It's a beautiful looking film. The director did a good job. It's not Michael Bay. It was good to have these characters back. I missed them. I don't have that game. Vanessa Hudgens, her first good movie in years. Charles Melton, yeah. He's the Asian guy that was in Cake de Castillo. Yeah, she's one of my problems with the movie. Vanessa Hudgens' first good movie in over a decade. Teresa Randall comes back in like a cameo pretty much because she's not in the film. It was very entertaining. It's better than any of the Transformers sequels that I saw in theaters, and that's for damn sure, because it's not 2.5 hours. Lauren Balfe, he's the same guy that did Mission Impossible Fallout's music. I miss these characters, I really did. It was 17 years, that was over a decade of not having Will Smith and Martin Lawrence in a movie together. Instead, Will Smith did the freaking horrible remake of Aladdin. Jerry Bruckheimer did a good job with the producing. Will Smith also produced the film. Joe Carnahan wrote the script. He wrote the story. Oh no, I'm not doing a commentary for Showgirls. Way too sexual. Adil and Bilal. Yeah, those are the directors that did this movie. They're Israeli. Ah, boys. Yeah, again, kiss my ass, Terminator Genesis. Yeah, Martin Lawrence is really fat. Like his cheeks are really.
Daddy! Joker, you a papa.
Then, yep, great introduction to these characters. Showgirls makes Comcast look less sexual. Exactly. Everything in that movie is sexual, even when they're doing hip thrusts and all that. and they're dry humping in a freaking pool. I don't want to get a. Remember, I don't want to get a guideline strike. You can even get that even through a live stream. And this movie wasn't woke. The first two movies were black. Directed by a white guy, but
Stop. Baby, stop it right now. You know what?
yeah, exactly. Man, Martin Lawrence, yeah, this scene I could, yeah, this was a stupid scene. This reminded me of Terminator Dark Fate, where a Mexican person is breaking out of a prison. Yeah, again, we've seen that already. Where, yeah, again, I don't give a shit about this lady. The one thing that I hated in this movie was the subtitles. I did not go pay almost $15 to see a freaking Spanish movie. I hate Spanish movies. They're boring, and these people can't act, and they're just like not needed. This feels like another movie. I feel like I'm watching a telenovela or Terminator Dark Fate, where the whole movie was there, and I'm like, why? Just because I'm part Latino doesn't mean I want to see this. Best Bad Boys movie. It's probably my second favorite. The first one is still the best one. Sorry if I muted it. I just don't care about this lady trying to be freaking like Black Widow. I'm like, she breaks out of a prison. So what? I don't give a shit, guys. This is part of the story that was like, probably Carnahan wrote this. Because we have to appeal to the Latino community just like in the first two films. Even though I don't care about them in these films. Only one I like that's Latino in this movie is, well, there's two of them. Vanessa Hudgens and Paula Nunez. Because at least she's like a Spanish Carrie Ann Moss. This scene was pointless. You could have easily cut this out of the movie. You know why? Because it adds nothing to the film. Oh, who the villain is? A brouhaha and her son that looks like Michael Pena, which is that he thinks is Deadpool. I don't pay to see movies with freaking subtitles. I hated that in Die Hard 2. Even the Transformers sequels did that. The first two movies had to do that. They had to be like, oh yeah, let's put Spanish people. We don't know what the hell they're saying, and we don't put subtitles. So yeah, shame on you. That's the one thing that was bad in Logan. Way too much Spanish in the movie. Kiss my ass, writers. I don't want to hear it in my freaking American movies. Stop it. Please. I hear enough of it at home and in my neighborhood. It's not necessary. There's wannabe Deadpool. Yeah, and his brouhaha mother. Yes, his mother is a witch for whatever reason. Is Michael Bay racist? Yeah, he is. I mean, he put a bunch of Mexicans in his last movie, Six Underground, that he directed on Netflix. And I'm like, again, I don't care. There's enough wokeness in this world. We don't need more. This scene is completely pointless. I was gonna fast forward it. No, and again, no, I'm leaving it muted. They're just talking about, oh yeah, blah blah blah. You have a father, blah blah blah. You got to go kill this guy, blah blah blah. And this actress isn't even like they get like the most light skinned Latinos. They can't get someone like me. They got to get like the most light skinned Mexicans I've ever seen. Well, this guy's from Guyana and he's British as well, but he looks like Michael Pena. Tell me this guy doesn't look like Michael Pena. I don't want to read subtitles. Either give them an accent or don't let them talk. That's why the girl in Godzilla versus Kong, I could forgive her because she can't talk. Got it? You know, that I can understand. She talks with her hands. That's fine. You don't hear a thing. Or the girl in John Wick 2 that all she does is talk with her hands, you know, Ruby Rose. Not a good actress, but she can at least do good on American Sign Language. Because if they're going to talk a lot, I don't want to read subtitles. I am lazy after over a year being in the house. This is why I don't do a lot of films that are subtitled. I usually watch them dubbed or hear the commentary for them. Worst Abrams remake is, you know what it is, guys. I just heard the commentary for The Force Awakens, and I'm like, it was boring. I gave that movie another chance. Didn't look at it. It was just I heard the commentary online, and it still sucked. Yeah, that was there's Joe Pantoliano from the first two films. Yeah, those scenes are pointless. You could have cut them out of the movie or just make the villain appear later, and the movie would have been an hour and 50 minutes. Uh, it's so much easier to watch this at home because I can mute it or fast forward it. Sometimes I don't want to read subtitles, guys. I'm lazy. A Japanese movie, monster movie, I can give it or anime, that's fine. Stop putting Spanish in my freaking movies. It's like if Black Widow, half of it was subtitled. I don't want to do that. I don't want to read. I want to read, I'll get a freaking book or a comic. I'm not interested in Spanish culture. I never was, even as a kid. I'm the most rebellious freaking person in the world. Putting Spanish stereotypes in a movie is not interesting. It's just racist. We get it. Latinos have a lot of problems. Trust me, I know. Bumblebee was the best Transformer movie. Yeah, and it was short. It wasn't 3 hours long. Like that movie that came out last year with Shia LaBeouf. That was racist. David Ayer wishes he was Spanish. Yeah, again, you're not Deadpool. Stop trying to be Deadpool. I can kill you and I shoot you and I just... You're not Deadpool, dude. Ryan Reynolds is Deadpool, not you. And the fact that he has to turn at the end, if you haven't seen this movie, you shouldn't be watching this commentary. He turns on his own mom. Again, he's just like Michael Pena. Take Michael Pena's accent from Fantasy Island and give it to this guy. He looks just like him. It's weird. He thinks he's Deadpool. I kept saying that in the theater. He's not Deadpool. He's not Deadpool. They're like, oh, but you got to embrace all cultures. Why? That's not for me. Politics, religion, and other cultures are not for me. Okay, you know what I mean. I'm fine with dating somebody from another, if it's from another country, if they're from like Canada or something. But I'm not into freaking, Again, y'all just mute it. I wish I could put the subtitles, but there's more. These scenes are pointless. They had nothing. Do I own The Rock? No, I haven't found the movie in a while. Yeah, just leave it muted. I don't care. You don't have to hear it. You're not going to see it anyway. That's racist. It's racist. It's like, oh, the villain has to be a Latino, just like in the second movie, even though that was also failed, in my opinion. Also, the religious stuff in this movie feels really forced. The only time it should have been in the movie is when he's praying for Marcus to get out alive, and he said, "I'll never kill someone again." That's it. You didn't need any more scenes like that. Who's worse, David Ayer or Whedon? Ayer, because I hated Suicide Squad, and he does a lot of movies about race. Like he thinks he's Spike Lee. There she is. There's Paula. She's sexy. She has nice short hair. Yeah, we get it. You're Latina. You don't have to say things in Spanish out of nowhere. I don't give a shit, okay? Vanessa Hudgens is part, but she's more Asian. I hate it. Other than British accents, that's another thing that just drives me crazy because I'm sick of it. He only has 2 good movies. Yeah, Street Kings, and I think End the Watch I heard it was good, but his mostly racist stuff like Suicide Squad and freaking that Shia LaBeouf movie, I'm like, just enough already, dude. Enough already. Will's still with his wife. His only good movies are Fury and End of Watch. I did like Street Kings, but again, it's got the Latino racist stereotypes that I'm sick and tired of. Why can't Latinos be successful? Why can't black people be successful or Native American or Asians and they don't have to have all this baggage with them, you know? These times are very hateful and we don't need that. We don't need any of that. Yes, I say the N word in this movie. I'm sorry, Josh. If you're seeing this, they do say it in this movie and especially in the second movie. They say it a lot. Oh, that movie starts with something racist where there's a bunch of KKK members in a field or on the beach or something. Plus, this movie has some shock value, unlike the last episode of Falcon, where they did exploitation at the end. Shia LaBeouf is a piece. Yeah, he is. He is crap. Yeah, what movie have you heard with the most F words? Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back. Oh my God. Every other word Jay says is an F bomb. And I'm like, Kevin Smith, there are other words in the English language that you can use. More smart words. You don't hit women. No, of course not. The hobo deserves there's this one. You're not Deadpool, dude. Stop it. This shocked me in the theater. I was like, you're not gonna kill Will Smith off. Yeah. If my son tried to kill me, trust me, I would disown him on the spot. Yeah, Joe Pantoliano, I liked him ever since I saw him in Baby's Day Out. I saw him in that when I was a kid. Who did this? A Guyanese British man that looks like Michael Pena. It took me out of the movie. I'm like, not this scene. I'm saying that when I found out who did it, I'm like, again, he looks too much like Michael Pena, and it takes me out of the movie because he's a comedic actor, and I like Michael Pena. Can you count every upward of Jazz on Bob? No, I think there's like 555. Even the South Park movie had more colorful dialogue, and that was also R-rated. Now, I don't want to get shot. Teresa Randall, yeah. Because she still can act. I can say that. I liked her in the first two films. I liked her in Space Jam for her small part. And yes, even Beverly Hills Cop 3. I don't care. If this is the only scene that needed religion, you didn't need anything else. It's just sport. Because at least Martin Lawrence's acting is good in this scene. Easter, and that was a couple weeks ago. I haven't seen this movie since I saw it in the theater, so it's The Wolf of Wall Street. I watched that movie when I was 13. It's too much. It's too long. It's like 3 hours. Again, kiss my ass, Michael Pena knockoff. I know. Him and Will Smith. Don't swear. Why? This is an action movie. This is a good scene. That's it. That's all you needed. You didn't need to have that scene. This is God's gun. No, that's stupid. I just want to see him shoot things and kick some ass. Oh, this is Vanessa Hudgens' intro. Oh, what a cutie. What a gorgeous woman, huh? And there's Alexander Ludwig. He was in Hunger Games. He got big, man. He's a beast now. And I did like these younger people. It wasn't like Expendables 3 where they made the original cast weak. No more violence in an action movie? Yeah, Martin Lawrence, that's wishful thinking. I swear, she looks just like Carrie Ann Moss from The Matrix. I thought it was her, but I'm like, no, she's Hispanic. No more violence, please. This world is filled with violence. Look what happened to these poor Asians in the past year. Again, it's not all their fault that COVID happened, guys. Wake up, okay? It was a few Chinese men that were soliciting animals that were tainted with diseases. That's why this happened. It wasn't the Japanese or the Cambodians or Filipinos or Indonesians. They had nothing to do with this. You can't blame one group for an entire, miscalculation. This guy makes Kylo Ren look badass, and I'm like, I didn't even like him because they cut his balls off. Rodrigo Vargas. Yeah, all he does is just kill a bunch of people. I'm like, I know it's an action movie, but come on, the Mexican guy in the second movie wasn't just doing that. And to me, it takes me out of the movie. I just feel like he's just trying to be Deadpool. He's got to hit on people and he kills them. Again, do you ban people who watch pirated movies? No, I don't ban them. I just don't want them to talk about certain things here because this channel is not for hate or for politics or any of that. You know what I mean? This guy thinks he's Deadpool. Leon Sorensen. Again, I don't care about this character. So if he comes back in 4, you better not take the spotlight away from Will Smith and Martin Lawrence. And at least this brouhaha dies at the end, so I'm very happy about that. When she died in the theater, this is when he's painting his chin. See, that's the good stuff. The great stuff in this, Martin Lawrence and Will Smith, the jokes and the action, and even the story. That's good. The filler with the brouhaha, I don't care about her. She's just there to fill time. And now that, yeah, there's Charles Melton. Yeah. I don't know if he was in Deadpool or if it was the other guy. And mute. Yeah, I'm going to do that a lot, guys. Sorry. But if you can't hear anything, it's okay. This brouhaha is not needed in the movie. I don't watch Spanish soap operas. I think they suck. Will Smith took a little nap because, he was 6 months later. I thought they killed Will Smith off. I'm like, please don't do that. No, they kind of took. That was the thing. I was like, oh, thank God. I thought Mike was dead. Yeah, his. It's okay, Martin Lawrence. There's Will Smith in a wheelchair. Because if they killed him off, I would have walked out of the theater. Because I already went through Force Awakens, guys. I don't want to go through that again. I do not. Worst and best Star Trek show. The best one to me is The Next Generation. Worst I can't say because I haven't seen Picard. There's Michael Bay, yeah. But he's in a cameo, so I can let it go. You're still a douchebag, and you're still crazy. Stop blowing things up just for doing that. Yeah, he looks crazy. Like he's like, I directed you to when I gave a damn. Now I'm just crazy. When I said, "Oh, and now pronounce your husband," I grabbed my chest because I'm like, yeah. Yeah, that's Reggie from the second movie. The worst is Lower Decks. I don't know what that is. And also, I don't see Picard or Discovery because I don't need to see some, rehashed nostalgia woke version of Star Trek. That's not what Star Trek's about. Tied together. Bad Boys for Life. For Life, yeah. I call it Bad Boys 3 because it's the third one, so it makes sense. For Life sounds like it's a fourth movie, Ugh. Yeah, like I said, this movie had a lot of surprises with it. The original animated series is underrated. I heard it's pretty good. Yeah, Ammo. I do like the Ammo members because they actually made them likable. They weren't just a. This was not as bad as Expendables 3 because with that, not only did it get younger people that can't act like Ronda Rousey and Glenn Powell and the guy from Twilight, it was too much. They're barely in the movie and they don't do anything. They do the Mission Impossible stuff that has nothing to do with Expendables. This is better than Expendables 3, yeah, and it's an R rating. That movie had horrible CGI. This movie doesn't have that. It has some CG at the end, especially when Alexander Ludwig is knocking down those columns, and then the brouhaha is burning. Which, by the way, I said "burn in hell, bitch," and people were laughing. I'm like, yeah. They looked at me strange. I'm like, I don't like brouhahas in my freaking movies unless it's Wizard of Oz or something like that. Yeah, you stole like 10 minutes of his screen time. Yeah, we're all human. Yeah, and he will if he ruins the fourth movie. Don't push your luck, Sony, because you've done that before. What if Origins was R? The game is R, and it's better. Bad Boys an 8 out of 10. Bad Boys 2 a 7 out of 10. This one is good, but I think the first one is still the classic. Hey Josh, yeah, I'm seeing the movie. You're about 27 minutes in, so it's still a really good movie. Like I still love the chemistry. This is what worked. If they had recast these two roles, it would not have worked. It would have been just Men in Black International, where you have the same premise, but you have two different people that have no chemistry. Plus, Josh is my bro, so yeah. This is more black empowerment than any movie that came out this year, like Judas and the Black Messiah. It's too political for me. I'm sorry, guys. Plus, you have a British man playing black. Yeah, that's not really kosher for me. He has the skin color, but he doesn't have the background, if you know what I mean. At least the guy in this movie is not playing black. The Michael Pena knockoff. And I'm glad this isn't going to be the last movie because even though I've been fine with it being a trilogy because once they do a fourth movie and they press their luck because look at freaking Fast and the Furious, too many movies. You could have stopped after Paul Walker passed. You could have stopped. You didn't need a eighth movie and a spinoff and a ninth movie and a 10th movie in space. You don't need that. That's stupid. They'd already jumped the gun after Paul died. So just I like the new character played by Paul. Yeah, she's gorgeous. Like she's not a brouhaha. She looks like Carrie Ann Moss with some ethnic blood, which I'm like, yeah, she's attractive. I'd date her. I'm not going to introduce her to my parents, but yeah, that's not his dad. He thinks that's his dad, but no, yeah, he looks like Michael Pena. Tell me he doesn't look like him. It's weird. All he does is he goes on the computer, he talks to the brouhaha, and I feel like I'm watching a Spanish soap opera. There's a reason I did not watch any movies from the 2000s or the 2010s that were in Spanish because I'm like Pan's Labyrinth. I didn't watch it. The visuals are amazing in that movie. The freaking Guillermo del Toro's visual style, I love that. And Blade 2 and Pacific Rim. But for some reason, I don't want to read subtitles, guys. I'm lazy. When it comes to seeing a movie, I want to just watch it, not read it. He does look like Michael Pena, right, Josh? It's too much. And he looks nothing like Ryan Reynolds. So you saw he uploaded that video on the internet, which, by the way, never do that, guys. Never, ever film somebody getting shot or killed. It's just horrible. What movies are you avoiding like the plague? You know what? Chaos Walking. My friend saw it and he hated it. I'm like, yeah, because it has the worst actress I've ever seen in Star Wars. How dare you try to show that? Uploading a hate crime. A hate crime. Because shooting a black man in 2021, ooh, boy, that would cause controversy all over the world. See, and Paula Nunez, she's female, but she doesn't have to say, I'm a woman, I'm a woman, I'm a woman, I'm a woman. She just is. See? And she's not wasted like Isa Gonzalez was in Bloodshot or Godzilla vs. Kong. This has a way better cast than Godzilla vs. Kong, except for the brouhaha and her son. I love her hair. She's a light-skinned Latina, though. I mean, you know, Weird Al has a movie. It's UHF. And as a woman, because yeah, they get the most light-skinned Hispanics in these movies, and I'm like, you can't get somebody with a nice tan. Gina Rodriguez, I'm not a fan of that actress, but hey, aficionado, Mr. Movie Lovers, 2000. Yeah, your name is kind of long. I love Will Smith's wardrobe in this movie too. He has these nice suits. What's up? I'm doing good. I'm watching Bad Boys 3. I hadn't seen the movie in over a year. Yeah, Marcus is just Netflixing and chilling. Yeah, Netflix and chill. That's what I've been doing for a year, guys. Sitting on the couch watching some movies on Netflix or on Disney Plus or whatever. And with a year of isolation, we never knew that this movie would be one of the only good movies in 2020 in the theater. What's the most underrated, overrated Pixar movie? One of the most underrated is Good Dinosaur. Oh god, that music hurts. It was music in Ant-Man. I didn't like that music either. It's just annoying. It's noise. No, I'm sick of it. The most overrated is probably what is not Soul because that just came out. I'm not gonna say that. What was that movie called? Coco was one of them because I'm like, again, it's a Mexican story about a kid and his dog about the Day of the Dead. I can't relate to that. There's a DJ Callahan. Yeah, he's not Hispanic. He's Middle Eastern descent. That food does look good. That meat, yeah, it's unhealthy, but it looks delicious. Yeah, a guy tried to kill you. Yeah, I said that. Wally, I enjoy. I'm sorry. I think it's a beautiful movie with the robots. It's a gorgeous movie. I love that movie. Yeah, this movie gets really violent. Not as violent as 2, but still. Yeah, he is. DJ Callahan, I give him credit. He did the KCAs, I think, 2 years ago. Yeah, because last year it was canceled. It was like a virtual version. This year was okay. I thought Keenan was okay as a ghost. It's a great film, but I prefer Toy Story. Yeah, because they talk more in it. Wally basically is just an art film with robots because they don't talk very much. He says a couple of words. He goes, "Ah, ah." Plus, I think Wally is one of the cutest Disney Pixar characters. I love Will Smith's suits in these movies. They look amazing. I'm looking forward to seeing the Many Saints of Newark. I've never heard of that. Posting a video. You know what you would do? Cops would arrest you if you do that. Posting videos of people's tragedies is just wrong, guys. He's drinking Pepto Bismol. Captain Conrad Howard, yeah.
That's what I said. That picture made very bad. I think I got the image, guy.
Yeah, what Transformers movie has the most ass shots? Probably still pays ass, but he has to, um, he has to like shove it up their ass. Seriously, at least in this movie, the guys show the go. You know, Paula Nunez's nice ass, but it's from a distance. You don't have to show like right here, like this. You know, we get it, guys. I'm heterosexual. I love a woman's ass. It's one of the best parts of them. She's gorgeous. I would love to pet her. Because people think, oh, you're racist. You just like white people. No, I told you my favorite kind of women are black. I've said that many times. Tiana Paris is gorgeous. If I met her and dated her, I would never go back. I'll be like, you're gonna be my wife one day. Oh yeah, two has the most ass shots. Yeah, three has the with Rosie Huntington Whiteley's ass, and that's it. Four has this girl. Yeah, they're seeing this video. Yeah, too soon. Yeah. Plus Charles Melton. Yeah, he probably gets a lot of hate now because he's Asian, even though his last name's not Melton, because that's like a white name. But yeah, some people have to hide their identities because of what they are, and I'm like, I'm not hiding who I am, guys. You know exactly who I am. John Avenger's a code name. Yeah. Yeah. It's a good looking movie. Like even a year later, it still looks good. And Vanessa Hudgens has never looked better. Because in Sucker Punch, you wasted her, Zack Snyder, 10 years ago. That movie still haunted me to this day. The most disappointing movie I've ever seen in the theater. Yeah, the woman Nicola Peltz. Yeah. Do you like Jar Jar Binks? I didn't hate him. I'm sorry. He actually was essential to the plot of Phantom Menace, whether you like it or not. Because in the final battle, he's actually doing something. The hobo sucked all the fun out of The Force Awakens. Jyn Erso sucked all the fun out of Rogue One. Solo was so dark and the women were so flat that I couldn't even see how bad they were. Yeah. She's so hot. Like I was like, yeah, again, she's like if Camila Mendes mom probably looks like that. I'm like, yeah, but I do prefer Spanish women with some color. It's just me, guys, personally. Like like Manuela from Price is Right. That's a gorgeous skin color. Because even in New Mutants, they did that wrong. They cast like the most light skinned Brazilian actor to play Cannonball, and I'm like, why didn't you make him dark skinned? It's not a curse, guys. Black Panther. Yeah, even into the Spider-Verse. I know Josh would agree with me on that. Miles' skin did not make people go away. What bothered people was the some of the flashy animation because it's like a digital comic come to life. Worse than best Joel Schumacher movie. The worst is Batman and Robin because nothing has been worse than that. His best film is probably the first Lost Boys. I really enjoy that because it's a good vampire movie without the sparkly gay stuff from Twilight. Um, I'm mega excited to see Many Saints. What is that? What is Many Saints of Newark? I've never heard of that. They have drones in this movie, yeah, because it's been almost 20 years since the second movie. They use drones in a lot of films. He doesn't like Megan Fox at all. No, I'm not. I'm not a fan. She can't act. She's attractive, but she's bisexual, which means she's poison, just like Amber Heard is. Not all of them are. I do like. I warmed up a little bit to Angelina Jolie because she hasn't done any controversy lately, and at the very least, she won an Oscar, so that's something. Amber's never going to win an Oscar. Many Saints is a prequel to The Sopranos. I've never saw The Sopranos. I miss James Gandolfini a lot, man. His death was really, really. I came out of nowhere, and I miss him a lot. Rating for Expendables 3, if it was R rating, it probably would have been a 6. But the fact that it didn't try, this movie took over a decade to make. That tells you the testament of how you can put the effort. You just have to. It's the execution. We're 41 minutes in here. And even though Vanessa Hudgens is really petite, she kicks some ass in this movie. It's good to see her doing something that she doesn't die in, Zack Snyder. Again, I blame him for that. I don't blame him for the Snyder Cut. I don't blame him for Man of Steel. I blame him for freaking Sucker Punch because that was all on him. He directed it and he wrote it, so it was all on him. It wasn't based on a comic either. A female Expendables would be better, yeah, if I care about them. I mean, I liked some of the women in Ocean's 8, but not all of them. So this scene is like the scene in the second movie with the Jamaicans. What's your favorite Die Hard? The third one. I love the first one, but it's a little slow in the beginning. But the third one is just bam, it sucks you right in, and I think it's the most underappreciated of the first three. Two got a lot of crap, but they said, oh, because it's a lesser version of the first one. But the third one did something different, and yet it gets shit on by critics. I don't get it. I did a commentary on that movie a few months ago. Check it out on my channel. This is, yeah. Did you hate The Predator? I didn't see it. There's Will Smith being awesome, yeah. I missed him doing this, man. He didn't do this in Aladdin. That's right, Vanessa Hudgens. Hell yeah. You do not kill a cutie like that, Zack Snyder. You don't do that. Because the last two women you left me with were two Australian chicks I could not care less about. Freaking Abby Cornish, who's horrible in everything she's in, and the not Dove Cameron or whatever her name is. You know, what was her name? Emily Browning. She's awful. Awful. She's so flat as Baby Doll or whatever. She's awful. Awful. Let this sink in. Cuties 89%. People are sick. People that get off on children or teenagers that are under 18 are sick. They're messed up in the head. Why did you dislike The Long Kiss Goodnight? I don't like the second half of the movie. The first half of the movie, I like Samuel Jackson and what's her name? What's her face? Gina Davis. Once she gets submerged in the water and becomes Black Widow, that it took me out of it. I was like, this is not the way you transition a character. She should have died. Getting submerged in cold water, you'd be dead in 20 minutes. It made no freaking sense. Have I seen The Spirit? Yeah, it's horrible. Oh, that was Impaler. Yeah, this movie is violent. It does not try to be a PG-13 for kids. It goes way above what people were expecting for a third movie. Just because Michael Bay didn't direct it didn't mean yeah. Man, he got impaled, man. That's like in Logan. Logan dies like that. He gets impaled. Sucker Punch. They should have kept Vanessa Mae Chung and done them alone. Yeah, you think? How dare you kill the three most beautiful women in the movie? Two Asians, and who does it? A freaking fat chef and Oscar Isaac. I didn't like Oscar Isaac in that movie. People have accused Captain Marvel of being a ripoff of Long Kiss Goodnight. No, she doesn't get submerged in water, guys. Hmm. Yeah, let me mute this. I don't give a shit about this. They're seeing a soap opera. Yeah. Yeah, I don't like Spanish soap operas, guys. John, is this unpopular? Lethal Weapon 2 better than the first one? There's some things in that I like. I don't like the lead girl, though. Patsy Kensit, I didn't like her. But she's, yeah, again, yeah. How is Captain Marvel like Long Kiss Goodnight? It's not R-rated, and she doesn't submerge herself in water. She's already powerful in the first half of the film, guys. The laziest freaking excuse, Johnny Jerry, for what? Captain Marvel was amazing. People just were expecting it to be the next Captain America or the next Guardians or the next Iron Man. This is a woman. This is a different character. And Brie won an Oscar before she got that role. That's why she got the role, guys. Natalie Dormer did not get it. She can't act. Do you like Amy Lee? I don't know who that is. It's Carnage. I'm not going to see that. I'm not seeing Venom 2. Like I said, Falcon and the Winter Soldier gets pretty violent. But that last episode, that ending, it took me out of it. I was like, oh my God. It was like a death in this movie. But for kids, even though these movies are... give Captain Marvel time to grow on people. Again, Tiana is going to rock my socks off when I see her in the theater next year. Yeah. When my seat is wet, you know exactly why. And it's not because of soda. Oh! Yeah, the movies are rated. It's for adults. This is not a kid's. This movie's awesome. Is man hating? Why is it man hating? How is it man hating? It made over $1 billion. Black wokeness. What's that? Black Christmas? Yeah, I didn't see it. And also Chaos Walking. Who's the last woman on Earth? The most worthless character in The Force Awakens. They want to nitpick everything. Everybody's offended by everything. I didn't like some of the cast in Godzilla vs. Kong. I admitted that on this channel. But I still love the movie because the monster action did not disappoint me. And I waited 7 years for this, guys. Yeah, these two are great, man. That's what kept this movie alive. The fact that they got the two leads back and they did something with them. Man-hating movies are bad box office flops. Yeah, Ghostbusters 2016 and freaking Charlie's Angels and Dark Fate. You bought the baby. So cute. I love the amazing. That's more power to you, aficionado. But I couldn't get into them. They bored me to death. Those movies are longer than this. How? Oh yeah, because it's 20 minutes of filler, dramatic filler. I think Captain Marvel only made $1 billion because it was being released 1 month before Endgame. It could have came out a year before Endgame, and it would have still made money. Ant-Man and the Wasp made money. It didn't make $1 billion, but it made its impact. Little baby, he doesn't know what you're saying. John, worst and best Spider-Man villain. Doc Ock is one of the best ones.
He ain't gonna wait all day.
Yeah, this is chemistry that could never be replicated. Sorry, John, freaking The Rock and Kevin Hart. You're not Will Smith and Martin Lawrence. You're not. Sorry. I did like Central Intelligence, but only because The Rock was really funny in that movie, and he was playing something different. The worst is Harry Osborn's Green Goblin. Yeah, awful because it was thrown in at the last minute, and you know. And she uses her real last name, first name, Teresa, like Teresa Randall. Yeah, at least nobody man hated on WandaVision because WandaVision wasn't beating up a bunch of guys. Hell, she threw out Monica from her reality, but that's the only thing that was kind of questionable. But I get it; she wants to protect her reality. Best Will Smith movie, uh, it's either Independence Day or the first Bad Boys. One of the worst is Gemini Man. I haven't seen it because I heard it was 20 years too late. The Specialist was decent. I haven't seen Assassins, so I got to see it on 2B. Girls' asses. Yeah, because again, it's Miami. Stupid freaking Wi-Fi. Sorry about that, guys. I'm sorry. I glitched because this Wi-Fi is just the worst. I have two of them, so let's continue. This is the scene where not Deadpool's trying to kill Mike, even though it's a stunt double because they don't show his face. You're froze. I know. Again, I'm in the basement, so you can't exactly blame me. Hey, you're not Deadpool. Yeah, look at those eyes. It looks just like Michael Pena. How dare you cast an actor that looks like him? I haven't seen Wild Wild West. Thoughts on Oscar? I haven't seen that either. You don't see Cosmic Sin. I'm not going to see it. I already saw the trailer and the poster. I'm like, it just looks. It didn't look the look at the car. Have you seen the Lovely Bones? No, I haven't seen it. No. Yeah, that car. That car looks like it was in a car accident. Yeah, that car looks like a Looney Tunes short. Okay, and mute. Yeah, here's more. So that's all he does with the brouhaha. He's on the phone with her, talks to her in person, and that's it. She's a brouhaha. You should have let her show. Don't tell us what she's gonna do. You know. You like Frank Grillo? Yeah, he's awesome. I liked him in Purge Anarchy. I thought he was the best part of that movie. Okay, we're back to the movie because every time they cut to these two idiots, I'm like, yeah, you didn't need them in the movie. Have somebody intimidating, some Mexican lady that breaks out of prison that I don't buy, some soap opera actress I don't care about, Cat Castillo. Yeah, don't care, guys. As a fellow Latino, I don't give a shit. So there, I have spoken. Bruce Willis hasn't done anything good since Looper. I haven't seen Looper. To me, the last good movie he did was Red 2, because at least in that he was trying. Sin City 2 is okay. I know it does have Jamie Chung being sexy, so that's always going to be a plus for me. This death I didn't see coming. When Joe Pantoliano gets shot off screen, I was like, damn, they went that. There's too much Spanish in this movie. 20 minutes of the 2 hour and 5 minutes running time. That's way too much. At that point, you might as well make the whole movie in Spanish, like Pan's Labyrinth. Yeah, 2 hours and 4 minutes. That's because of the 20 minutes of this. It's too much. Speak one language and stick with it. Glass was decent. Red 2 was fine. I haven't seen Glass.
Ask the horse.
Pan's Labyrinth, I haven't seen it. I have not seen it. Nicolas Cage, I've seen a lot of his stuff. When I do live streams, I'm gonna have to use one of the other Wi-Fi because the one that's outside it always crashes. And I'm like, yeah, and see, I'm doing just fine here. Sorry about that, guys. Where is he going? Yes, he has a Sony camera because Sony always has to have product placement in these movies. It's not in my face though, like freaking whatchamacallit, Ghostbusters has a lot of it. It's too much. What do you rate Con Air? It's good. It's a 7 out of 10. It's a little long. I think the third act goes on too long, but it's a good movie. I hear you, Joe Pantoliano. And he was in The Matrix, by the way, the first one. Oh, man, I did not see that coming. Mm. He killed his captain. Like Bad Beverly Hills Cop 3, except it's done better here, definitely. John, why is the list so long? Because there's like 85 subplots in it. You don't need you don't you don't need 35 characters in that movie, guys. He killed his captain. That came out of nowhere. He said, "We'll order pizza," and then blah. I'm like, again, if Deadpool did this, I would buy it because he's a killer. Here, I don't buy this freaking Michael Pena knockoff. What is better, Time Cop or Bloodsport? Time Cop. I like the sci-fi aspect of that. Bloodsport's good. It's a good movie, but it had horrible sequels. Horrible. Man, that's horrible. Hmm. Man, I hope John Walker gets a death like this because he's a horrible person. Wow, very dark movie. Yeah, this movie does get dark sometimes, but it does have a lot of good comedic moments to lighten the mood. And it's sad. This came out of nowhere. Like, I did not expect Joe Pantoliano to die in this movie. That was shocking. It's a cliche, but it came out of nowhere. Yeah, a Scottish man. Have you seen the Ip Man movies? No, I do like Donnie Yen in most of them. He's in some of them. He's not in all of them. But like I said, he was wasted in Rogue One. I'm one with the Force with me. I'm one with the Force with me. It was too much, guys. We get it. The Force is around all of us, but not everybody can use it. If that was the case, why can't Mando use the Force? Huh? 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 What are the most darkest movies of the 90s, like almost disturbing? Uh, The Siege with The Siege, The Siege with Denzel Washington's pretty dark. Like that movie was before 9/11, and I can see why they don't air that movie anymore. It's pretty intense. Yeah, his captain died. Yeah, that happens. And when you're a cop or a fireman, you got to expect the unexpected. We're an hour in, but I'm doing fine. I really enjoy the film. It's still not my favorite. Sonic is my favorite. I laughed more, and also, it didn't have a lot of Spanish in it. It had like one scene in Japanese because a nod to the game. Is Die Hard 3 a dark film? There's some darkness to it. Mortal Engines. I'm gonna see it, but I'm gonna wait. You'll have to wait till May to find out. I heard it's a visual. It has some good visuals, so that'll give me something. Fist bump. Oh yeah, yeah. For the captain, they're gonna avenge the captain. Wait, what are you watching it and where? What this movie? I'm watching it on DVD because it came with the Blu-ray, DVD, and the digital copy, and I don't have a Blu-ray player down here, so I have to watch any other way I can, digitally or on DVD. It's the same film, guys. Yeah. How dare you, you brouhaha? She has a hit list. She's not even attractive. I don't know. I don't know how the critics are like, oh, she's so hot. I'm like, no, she's not. I like White Boy Rick. I heard that it's dumb. I actually like the film, but I think it was released in the wrong month. Which one? Predator 2? Okay, here we go. Back to the plot.
Financial report book. All his LLC fronts have the same account. Comp J, CPA. Yep, you don't meet too many contacts.
And this film looks great. Like it's not. There's no shaky cam. They don't jump cut like a freaking Olivia Megaton movie, and it's not 2.5 hours. That's a huge plus of this movie compared to the second one. Good God, the second one's way too long. But I blame Michael Bay. Mortal Engines bombed hard because it was released. Yeah, it was released at a bad time. And Mary Poo 2. Yeah, I didn't see that. Mary Poppins 2. There is no Mary Poppins except for Julie Andrews. It'll catch on. Haha, your voice cracked. Yeah, this guy's using cocaine. This guy is so stoned. This guy looks like a hillbilly John Goodman. He's stoned out of his mind. but Predator, yeah, penetrates, yeah, penetrates his vessel. Yeah, this isn't the movie Soul or Inside Out, guys. Predator 2 is okay, but people are overhyping it. No. Predator 2 is a better movie than Predators or The Predator. Yeah, watch this scene, yeah. How deep you penetrated his soul. Do you like the Trolls movie? The first one was cute. I haven't seen the second one yet. I can see that because Rodriguez is a hacker. The remake was CGI porn. Yeah. Again, they want to do the same movie in the jungle again and again and again. The Predator tried to do something different, but it's the Predator's not a comedy, guys. It's not an MCU movie. Eating him? He's a cannibal now? That's racist. Taser. Thank you, Ammo. Okay, that's enough. You don't want to kill him. He tasered him.
What happened to Bad Boys? One last time. This is one last time. This is the remix. Walk without.
Yeah, she is a terrible actress, Cara Delevingne. She's awful. I tried to see Valerian, and I couldn't get past the first 10 minutes. She's lovely, man. Just I love looking at her. Thoughts on the Passion? I can't watch that movie again. I can't. I'm not gonna watch it. I told you I don't talk about movies like that. Cara Delevingne makes me want to throw up. Yeah. Did you see Suicide Squad? There's a reason she's not in the sequel. James Gunn doesn't want any of this in his movie because that just looks stupid. If they made an R-rated James Bond, that would be interesting. A zoom, zoom. Hey, that's my last name. What would you give the actor Keanu Reeves from 1 to 10? A 7 or 8, depending on the movie he does. What if Pixels was in the MCU? I would hate it because the only good thing in the movie is the visuals. She's so short and so cute.
Like 45 zillion. We didn't send our club records. That's 45 really up on security. Hey, like 45. You know?
Pixels is the worst if it was in the MCU, not even close. Yeah, because again, good visuals don't make a good movie. You have to have good characters. You watch Rambo 5. I don't want to. I heard it's very racist and very violent for no reason. It's like this movie, except badly written. Because apparently they wanted Stallone just to rip off Home Alone and kill people violently in a mean-spirited way. Plus, it's called Rambo Last Blood. No. No. What you want, bad boys? What you gonna do? Yeah, kiss my ass for doing that, using that song, Terminator Genesis. Oh! Yeah, what are you gonna do? It's a reggae song. I didn't even know that, but it's a great song. It doesn't belong in a freaking Terminator movie. What do you give Cara Delevingne on scale? A 2. Oh yeah, sexy dress. It's like the yellow dress in Rogue Nation. Yes, Josh, I'm going there. I saw Mile 22. Yeah, I couldn't get into it. It was boring. What you gonna do exactly? Hobo, what are you gonna do when they come for you? When they come for your career? What happened to the user with the elf profile? Elf profile. She's a 0. I would give her a 0, but I've only seen one film with her. This is when Vanessa Hudgens looks so sexy. Like I was like, Will Smith has excellent taste in women. Well, watch her. Watch her. Look at her. She's so sexy here. She's wearing like a one piece. Look at this. That's it. Needs to be careful with what she says. Yeah, I know, Josh. I know, but that was a year ago. I'm over it. Oh, there she is. A lot of people didn't like Isolation. Trust me, I was one of them. But I still did these live streams because I don't care what people think. There she is. Oh my God. Can I mute this? Yeah, I'll mute this for a second. I hate this music. Good visual style, but the soundtrack in this movie is very hit and miss. Worse and least worse Freeberg Seltzer movie. I can watch date movie, but the other ones like disaster movie is the worst. Nothing is worse than that. You feel like you're locked up? Yeah. Again, that was 2020 in a nutshell. I felt like it was like house arrest. They can hear you. He's wearing an ear. Hey, we all have seen some weird shit on the internet. Trust me. What I saw last week was weird. What rating would you give Deja Vu? I don't like it. A 4 out of 10. It bored me, and killing off Paula Patton will always be a sin. Now this is movie. Yeah. No, it's hot. Here's Vanessa Hudgens. It's an action movie, so you can rant on that film for this month. I don't want to because I don't want to say, oh, you don't like Denzel, you're racist. I don't want to hear it. I don't. I'm not giving him my time. There's Vanessa. Watch this shot. Look at her. Who's gonna say that? Nobody. Look at her in a sexy outfit. I just think he's an overrated actor. I'm sorry. Not bad, just not for me. Oh. Yeah, he's doing parkour. Yeah. What, you Spider-Man? Very few people comment on your videos, to be fair. Well, guess what? With this one, there's going to be a lot. Yeah. Very few people, because a lot of people, I'm a cult of personality, guys. I say it like it is. That's why. If I was other people with glasses, saying whatever, yeah, I would have like 1 million subscribers, but I'm getting there. What if you fell asleep on stream? I wouldn't, because I'm wide awake. I take a nap after I'm tired. Oh, this scene is great. I love this scene. Except for that stupid God, this is God's gun. His son is a good actor. I did like Black Klansmen. Not a lot of people comment on my videos because they're leaving stupid spam on my videos saying 46 seconds, 24 seconds. Okay, trolls, suck my dick. Did you say guys with glasses? Because I'm one of them. No, not you, Josh. I'm talking about crackers that have glasses. I'm sorry. I'm just they're white guys. Yeah. Exactly. People that have to do 2-hour rants on a video, yeah. I love this. This is great. Watch. Right in the watch. He look. He look like this is the one of the best jokes in the movie. Look what he did to his face. Look. This is great makeup, by the way. Watch. Look. He's gonna poke it. He's gonna poke it. He's got a freaking tumor on his head. What the hell is that? Thank God nobody's talking about taco. Yeah, don't, because I'm gonna block you if you do. Some of my videos can be long, but if I make it interesting, well, Josh, you don't make 2-hour videos unless it's a live stream. That was funny. He shot him in the head. He has a lump on his. Oh God, that was funny, man. This scene is great. Yeah, the action in this scene is funny, man. Again, the Suicide Squad's not going to top this movie, guys. Why? Because Margot Robbie saying the F word is not good. Birds of Prey still flops. Sorry. Well, it's like he starts poking. Oh God! It's like he's got a freaking pimple on his head. I'm watching Guardians too. Yeah, I still love that movie. Yeah, yeah. Again, shut up, Rodriguez. Shut up, or he'll poke you right in the eye. I know. I'm just saying that John didn't like Children Men. I was depressed. The movie's depressing because Clive Owen has to die at the end. It was well directed. There's Vanessa throwing a bomb. Yeah, hell yeah. See, I can see the action. It's not shot in the dark like the RoboCop remake. Why, John? Why you spoiled it? Spoiled what? That Clive Owen dies? Fanboys, I have not seen. That's a real dog, by the way. No CGI. There's barely any CG in this movie. 99-cent store. Uh-oh. Good explosions. This is an awesome scene, yeah. Are you actually talking about actual fanboys? I haven't seen that movie, Fanboys. It's been out for 14 years. It's like Superman Returns. Just I don't like depressing movies. That thing is awesome. That gun is awesome. Yeah, again, no more violence, and these guys are shooting at you in motorcycles. I think you'll. Yeah, that's a stupid. Hmm. Hmm. There's a lot of movies I have not seen, especially from the. Hmm. That see that John, science class is so boring. I swear the teacher looks like an idiot. No more violence. No, sorry. In an action movie, I need something to happen. I don't want to hear an hour of talking. This movie has more action than Wonder Woman 84. I'm sorry, but that movie did not need to be 2 hours and 25 minutes. Oh yeah, slow mo. There's not a lot of it either. So, because if this is a Zack Snyder movie, it'd be 3 hours long. Sorry, Zack Snyder. I don't have that. I don't have all day. Get to the point. Well, hell yeah. No, this didn't top the scene in Expendables with what's it call it with um what's his face? What was that movie called? The black guy from Expendables. What was his name? I forgot. You can't make a superhero film and cut out characters that are likable. No, you can't do that. I haven't seen Heavy Metal. Terry Crews, yeah. The scene where he's shooting guys in Expendables, that worked. They didn't have to mention God. It was just like, boom, 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 you're dead, you're dead, you're dead. That's what I want in an Expendables movie. Not a bunch of stupid dialogue, you know? You can have a one-liner or whatever. Good stunt work. I like the stunt work in the movie. It's like Batman and Robin. Thoughts on the Departed? I haven't seen it. I didn't see Hellboy either. Good stunt work. Oh yeah. Uh, yep, he kills Rodriguez. Of course he does, because he's an obstacle. Mm. Well, John, you might not like the Departed because it has a depressing ending. Well, I don't care because I want to see it. I heard that Scorsese won an Oscar for that, so I do want to see it at least once. I didn't see UHF. There's a lot of movies you're mentioning I have not seen yet. You should have just had, this is your gun, shoot it. Don't all the Lord stuff, you could have cut that out. It's not needed. The writers, I think Carnahan wrote that. I don't know who wrote that, but it's like dialogue that David Ayer will write. Because the scene where Will Smith said, "I'm gonna rain down on you," I'm like, yeah, that was just dumb. That's dumb dialogue, guys. Save that for your stupid Pure Flix movies that nobody watches. Don't put it in an action movie, it's forced. It's like that stupid Jesus line that was in Infinity War. That was not needed. What are your movies that you've seen that you haven't rated yet on IMDb? I just saw a John Wayne movie just a few hours ago. I like the two new team. Ammo, if they come back, I would like to see them come back and do some more. Because these actors were really well cast. The Suicide Squad, the only thing that I'm looking forward to in that is John Cena, because he's the only character that looks interesting that's probably going to steal the film from everybody from the first movie and the newbies, like that Weasel and the Shark, where he rips a guy into pieces. Wow, I saw that in Sharknado. I saw sharks smashing people and biting their heads off. I've seen it done better. And that had a lower budget than the Suicide Squad. 1917, I haven't seen it. I heard it's boring. Like, it's visually stunning, but I don't like war movies, guys. They're usually depressing and too British for me. Like Dunkirk and all that, no. Not for me. No, sir. That movie did not win Best Picture for a reason because it's just too long. Uh, Burning, Burning Hell, right? Yeah, because again, he's Spanish. You have to every 5 minutes you have to know that because reasons. International Prison Database, Santa Maria. Why didn't you just put Hasta La Vista, baby? It's the same freaking thing. Yeah. What is her name? Arteris? Isabel? Yeah, Isabel. 1917, I heard the opposite that people love it. Yeah, but again, I don't care. Yeah, Aratis, Isabel Aditis. She was in prison March 20th of 1996. I think that's when OJ was. That was after the OJ trial. Yeah, and that was when Tupac died, 96 or 97. Holla, Mike, or Ola, Mike. What are your thoughts on The Martian? I haven't seen it. I haven't seen the director's cut either. If MC Hammer did a movie, it'd probably be a documentary on how he lost all of his money and all that. I don't want to hear it, guys. There's certain people in this world I don't want to be around, and you know what I mean.
Shut down. What do you mean shut down? Almost done.
This Blu-ray I gotta use, and it's in good condition. R.I.P. DMX. Yeah, I second that. He's definitely going to be missed. Did you listen to X-Tension songs? No, not a fan. Iron Man 3, good, but my least favorite of the MCU because it's just the supporting characters I didn't care for. I told you that many times. That's why I haven't done a commentary for it yet. I'm going to wait a few months. I want to do the second one and then the third one. I just got the second one, so. It's a good scene. This is a good dramatic scene for Will Smith. These guys can still act with each other. My least favorite of the MCU is Ragnarok. No, I love that movie. I saw it again on Disney Plus. It makes me laugh a lot. It's very funny and very colorful and bright. Yeah. Aretez. Mine is probably Thor 2 or Iron Man 2. I get it. Those are not the most popular, but again, it's not Captain Marvel because I love Brie. Brie got me through that movie. Black Widow, Scarlet will get me through that movie despite my problems with the cast. Yeah. Despite my problems with the cast, she'll get me through because she always does. Aretas. Oh, trust me, I would never touch that woman. She is definitely not for me. The cast of Shang-Chi isn't a problem. No, because it's all mostly Asians, and Gemma Chan is nowhere to be found. Controversial opinion here is I'm going to get a lot of flack, but at least there is our Guardians 2 and Thor 2, the dark trash. Because Guardians 2, I love that movie. It wasn't The Last Jedi where everybody has to be, a failure, and it's a man bashing movie. Tommy Wiseau, I haven't seen one of his films. I'm gonna see the room, so I can laugh. I saw Room last year with Brie Larson, and if you say she can't act, watch it. I dare you to say that she can't act after watching that. These guys are great together.
After her arrest. Hasta el fuego, he said that to me before I jumped from the chopper. Me and Isabel ate that up. It's not even real Spanish. It's some shit we said to each other, man.
Yeah, again, and also again that movie, you know, she does burn at the end, and it's a fitting metaphor for her because yeah, brouhahas burn. They used to burn witches alive. Remember in WandaVision when they try to burn Catherine Hahn, Josh? Yeah, they do that to brouhahas. Do you refuse to see Cool as Ice, sir? Maybe to make fun of it. I haven't seen Shanghai Noon or Shanghai Nights. Blade Runner 2049 is basically Mando if it was like 2 hours longer. That's basically what it is. If you saw like if you saw 4 episodes of Mando and he's just walking, that's basically the movie. Yeah, I know, Martin. And this movie doesn't have silly scenes where rats are humping like in the second movie. That was just it had way too much comedy in it. The second one, I think, and a lot of N words, which this movie only had like one or two. It's not necessary, guys. We get it. They're black. We get it. I want to be a better actor. Yeah, I know. Yeah, because Vanilla Ice was playing himself in Ninja Turtles too. And you know, this is a good-looking shot of Mexico City, but do I want to be there this year? Oh God, no. After what happened this year with the Asians, no. I remember they tried to burn Agatha alive. Yeah, pretty dark stuff, not kid-friendly. That's what they did to witches. They would burn them in Salem to the ground, not just light them a match and burn them a little bit. No, they roasted their ass. Why, John? Why, John? Because you don't want to get jumped? No, I don't want to get jumped. That's why I saw Godzilla versus Kong at home, so I could be safe. I'm seeing Black Widow in the theater because I cannot miss an MCU movie in the theater. That is my fix, and I need my fix. That's why I've been watching these MCU shows to have my fix. A small fix, but still a fix. Yeah, a brouhaha. Look at this. Soul Plane is horrible when I was seeing when the dog gets killed off. Yeah. What? Yeah, it said we fly together, we die together. Yes, it's after 9/11, Martin Lawrence. You cannot say a joke like that today. You can't say that. We fly together, we die together. You cannot say that in a movie now because people on 9/11, and this year's the 20th anniversary, unfortunately, of that horrible day. My parents got married on that day in 1982. So yeah, I don't usually like talking about my personal life, but yeah, my parents got married on 9/11. They didn't know. They didn't know it was going to be one of the worst days in history. That was just as bad as COVID last year because that changed the world. I want to. I want to at least see one MCU film in the theater, hopefully multiverse. That's next year. I'm talking about this year. He doesn't kill his son, but like I said, I wish his son gets arrested. He did murder a lot of people. I don't think he's. I think they're just going to recast him. I would prefer that. Will Smith looks like he did in iRobot. iRobot, he looks like this. That the haircut that he has, yeah, he didn't have that haircut in the first two films. Best David Fincher movie. Did he do The Social Network, or was that Aaron Sorkin? I think that was Aaron Sorkin, right? Is iRobot a good movie? Yeah, it's great. Martin just cracks me up. How do you? I can mute this. Yeah, this brouhaha. I don't care for this. The Day of the Dead and the feast. What's it called? Festival of Guadalupe and all that. I don't care about that, guys. Not for me. Not for me. I don't have statues in my room. I have action figures. Yeah, they're in Mexico, but it's better than Dark Fate because it's only at the very end. Dark Fate, the whole movie is there after John dies, which is bullshit. Like my least favorite Fincher movie is Panic Room. I haven't seen it. I saw uh you know who's in that movie, right? Kristen Stewart. Favorite is The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo remake. Fincher didn't do no, Aaron Sorkin did The Social Network. I didn't see Gone Girl because again, she's crazy. I get it. Anybody could have played that role. Anybody. Rosamund Pike being crazy is not. She's British. What the hell did you expect? The way how you say Guadalupe was hilarious. Yeah, exactly. Alien 3. Yeah. Again, I don't blame Fincher for that. That was a studio film that was interfered with. Here we go. Guns galore. Blah blah blah. Oh yeah. Trend that on Twitter. Guns galore. Blah blah blah. Blah 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 blah. Favorite David Fincher is Fight Club. Haven't seen it. Zodiac. I did like Zodiac. It's well acted. Unlike Alien 3, at least it doesn't have the first main characters dying in the first 10 minutes. If they filmed a movie in my area, it would be kind of cool to see. Yeah. Hello, Spanish Carrie Ann Moss. Rita, that's her name. She's a gorgeous woman. I bet Josh would love to play with her hair. I would. I would love petting her like Haley Steinfeld. If Haley Steinfeld has a haircut like that, I'm gonna marry her, dude. We're almost done, guys. Tennessee, they filmed a lot of movies there because it's a small state and it's cheaper to film there than New York City. We stretch out a little bit. I've been sitting for a while. So the second movie I've done this week that has that's 2 hours long.
Nobody touches the shooter. He's mine. Yes, he is.
Zing. Yep, he's mine. Do you watch Rose de Guadalupe? No, I don't. I told you, Spanish culture is not for me, guys. Just because I am one doesn't mean that I'm embraced in it. I write poetry and I like watching black and white movies, and I also love classical music. Does that sound like a loud Hispanic to you? No, I break the stereotype. Trust me. I subvert people's expectations before Ryan Johnson tried that. So yeah, here we go. Third act. Third act is really action packed. Like it's really awesome. There's some Spanish in it, but the first half of the movie has way too much of it. There's a puppy. This is why the MCU doesn't have a lot of Hispanics, because again, it wouldn't work. It would feel like pandering. What if Cool as Ice was filmed in your neighborhood? Where were you born in the U.S.? Staten Island, New York. That's right, U.S. I'm not an illegal alien. Trust me, guys. There's the rats from the second movie, but they're not humping in this one. The rats. Hidalgo. That's a movie I think from the 2000s. What if Christopher Nolan made a Star Wars movie? It would look fantastic, but it would probably be 3 hours long. I understand what you're saying. I break the black stereotype by not saying the M word because it's offensive. John, just asking, what ethnicity are you? You know what I am. Come on. Here it goes. Ricky. His name's not Ricky. It's Mike. Ricky. His name is not Ricky. No, don't go there. Don't touch her. Don't touch her. Why is she wearing a cheetah outfit? She stole that from. Did she steal that from? Did she steal that from freaking this girl? From Wonder Woman '84. Again, I don't care about the subtitles. I mute it. Again, if you can't speak English, get out of my movie. Please, just do that. I don't want her in the MCU, guys. You know who's never going to be in the MCU? Reptile, a lamer version of Beast Boy that just happens to be Spanish. Again, Nolan and Villeneuve do a film together would be visually stunning. Again, exactly. I feel like I'm watching a soap opera. Don't put subtitles. What if the hobo was in the MCU? I would quit. I would quit. I would quit because I'm not going to let her destroy another franchise for me. Never again, guys. Chaos Walking was the death of her mainstream acting, sir. I want to be. Why do you keep saying that, aficionado? I'll put you on a timeout? Sorry. Well, not you, Josh. No. Timeout, because I need a break. Vanessa Hudgens is part Spanish and doesn't say anything in Spanish because again, you have a son, Will, but he's messed up. Jaden, he's like non-binary or something now. It's just weird. That's what happens when you grow up in a famous family. Again, speak English, bitch. Speak English. If not, get out of the movie. Just please. I don't read subtitles. I am not a fan of subtitles. This scene didn't need that. Yeah, part. Justin. I mean, just Eden. This is not a chat for spam aficionado. It's not. Talk about the movie. Stop saying I want to be a better actor. You said it 3 times already. This chat is not for freaking spoilers. Again. Who's that? The villain is just weak in this movie. These movies have never had a great villain. The first villain was okay, that Turkish actor in the first Bad Boys, but he's not a Hans Gruber. That's the problem. Die Hard has better villains than this. Did you play the ET game? No. What's the worst game in your opinion? I think Mackenzie Bishop should be in the MCU as a Canadian ex-mutant. You mean Wolverine is one of them? Yeah. Yep, here we go. This is it, baby. The Expendables had a lot of Spanish too, but that was one of the weakest parts of that movie too. But it wasn't half the movie. It was like in the second half of it with that Brazilian actress. Do you want the girl from Logan to be in the MCU? No. No. Don't care. She's part British. Don't care. No more. I don't need no mas. I don't need any more. I don't need any more Brits in anything in the MCU or the DCU. I have enough. What is it? There's a Son of the Mask game for the PS2. I will burn it. Canadian sister of Sam Guthrie. Yeah, maybe if she's well casted, he missed it. Yeah. This scene is awesome. He's wearing glasses. Look at him. I don't need glasses. I have perfect vision. This is like Captain America. That reminds me of Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I had a scene like this. Remember when Bucky had a nightmare that he was killing those people? Yeah. Can you make a rant on Superman 64? I don't do rants on video games. Tell that to the Swedish actors. What Swedish actors? Oh, that was awesome. A piece of glass. I forgot about that death. That the guy gets a piece of glass on his neck. I forgot about that. It's been a year since I've seen this movie. Over a year. Because when this came out on Blu-ray last year, I didn't buy it right away. I waited until it was cheap on Amazon. The Mask is one of my favorite comic book movies from the 90s. Blade doesn't have Spanish in it. The first Blade, anyway. Hell yeah. The song "Sexy Back Sucks."
Good shit, Lieutenant. You ain't such a dumbass outlaw.
Oh yeah, I would love to see this in the MCU. Just a big dude just shooting people and just knocking columns over. That's awesome. Oh yeah. What did they put religion in the MCU? It's not needed. Daredevil tried that and it didn't, and it failed. That was one of the uninteresting things about it. And because it's forced. It's gonna feel forced. Yeah, she's shooting from the floor. Hell yeah. What would your thoughts be if Emma Watson joined the MCU? I wouldn't want her to be there. If it's a cameo, I can handle it. But if she's a main character, not. Oh, it's a figure of speech. Do it naturally. There is no naturally. When they try to, it's an action movie. Hey, all the Terminator movies have it. Well, all the sequels anyway. Helicopters or planes. This is great. Watch this. He knocks down the pillars. Yeah. Hell yeah. That was awesome. He knocks down the pillar. Yeah, now it's raining. Autistic superheroes in the MCU can be interesting if they do it like Billy in Power Rangers. Hey John, what's up? How was your weekend? I wanted to let you know that I love Bad Boys for Life. It's my favorite movie of 2020. It would have been, but then I saw Sonic, and that really was. Plus, Sonic was more mainstream because kids got to see it. No kids went to go see this movie because it was R-rated. Daniel Radcliffe will be the next Wolverine. No, he's too famous. Plus, he's not short enough. And I don't need a British Wolverine. I want a Wolverine that's either Canadian, American, or just something that, just somebody that'll fit the embody the comic book Wolverine, not Hollywood Wolverine. Comic book masked Wolverine. Best part, best part of the movie is Deathly Hallows Part 2. It's good. I just think it's a little bit, the ending is a little underwhelming. I don't think Daniel Radcliffe is going to even be in the MCU. Why? He's just. This lady's like a walking Spanish dictionary. Thank you. Take that. Yep. Thank you. Yes. Ugh, that's awesome. That's one of the best lines in the movie. I forgot about that line. She tried to stab him. She tried to carve him up like a Thanksgiving turkey. This is awesome. You want Emily Blunt? No, I don't. I know people do. I don't. I don't want her. I already said it. I had enough of putting Brits in everything. You don't need them in everything. If she's Invisible Woman, I tap out. I'm done. I'm not going to sit through another terrible casting choice. It wasn't like Jessica Alba was great, but at least she was trying. At least she didn't have a fake accent. Yeah, he could have killed him, but he doesn't, which is fine. What are your thoughts on Snatch? Haven't seen it because I'm not a fan of Guy Ritchie. I don't like his films. I like one film he did, Man from Uncle. That's it. What's the worst fake American accent you've heard in a movie? I don't know. There's a lot of them. Too many to count. You're right, Network, he doesn't. Yeah, I'm Your Father. Yeah, not a good Father's Day movie if you ask me, because he tries to shoot him dead. I also like Sonic. That film was a lot of fun. Yeah, and it wasn't as dark as this movie, and also the jokes made me laugh a lot louder. Mainly because and Jim Carrey. There's no performer like him in this movie. Lucy Lewis is casted in Shazam too. Really awesome to penetrate. Yeah. Again, Soul came out at the end of the year. You don't like Lock, Stock, and Smoking Barrels? I haven't seen it. I just don't trust Guy. I don't trust Guy Ritchie. I saw The Gentleman. I walked out. I couldn't take it. This racist, sexist movie did nothing for me. The jokes did nothing for me. This movie was better because it made me laugh. There's a lot of jokes that made me laugh to this day. She's playing one of the villains. Oh man, she's always yummy as a villain. Did you see Payback, where she plays that she does BDSM? I'm like, oh God, I want to just bang you on the wall. I'm sorry, I know that's weird, but again, guys, this podcast wasn't meant for children. Yep. Mm. Now she dies, and she just. Mm. No, Mama's a better movie. Mama is a shorter movie, and I think it's a well made. Uh, Anthony, whatchamacallit, Andy Machete. He's Hispanic, but he has a great eye for detail. I've seen some clips from it. It does look good. I mean, it's too long, both films, but Yep, she shot him. She shot him. I did a rant on Belix's X versus Zephyr. I didn't do that already. Payback is better a version of Edge of Darkness. Yeah, because it's not depressing. There's two cuts of it. I don't know which one I saw. Yes. Oh yeah. Burn in hell, brouhaha. She burns. Yep. Hell yeah. Yep. Burn, baby. Burn. Yeah, I thought this guy was going to die, but he's going to be in prison for like 30 years when the next movie. Thoughts on The Patriot? Which one? The one with Mel Gibson? It's well made. So it's just a little bit too. There's some CG fire here, but it's not a lot of it. This movie had less CG than the second movie. What was so bad about The Sexter and Separate? It's boring. The only thing I liked in the movie was Lucy Liu, because she at least was trying. She's a little bit monotone, but oh yeah, yeah. This is the only good thing he does. That's enough. That's enough. My hands is on fire. Yeah, that's a joke from Steel. That's one of the only. You want to see a much better movie that Guy Ritchie done? The Man from Uncle. I do like that movie. Sherlock Holmes I haven't seen because I love Robert Downey Jr., but I have a feeling that I'm gonna hate it because of what I don't like Guy Ritchie's style. His action scenes are too frenetic. He thinks he's like the director of John Wick, and he's not. Patriot is the best Roland Emmerich movie, Johnny. Um, did you know, John, that the old dinosaur with glasses said that it's underrated? Underrated is horrible. It's awful. I don't think it's the worst movie. I don't think it's the worst movie ever made, but it's boring. Dun, 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 dun. We're almost done, right? There's a post-credit scene, and then I'll stop the movie. See, it's still under 2 hours without the end credits. Congratulations, Rita. Because if I met Pedro Pascal, I wouldn't want to speak Spanish with him. Why? Nope, I'm not going to answer that. I said I'm not going there. We're almost done anyway, so I'm just 5 minutes isn't going to matter. But this is kind of like the ending of Fast and the Furious 6, except for there's no prayer at the end. Also, like Man from Uncle, yeah, because it was something different. It wasn't a British gangster movie. It was based on a TV show from the '60s, and it was actually really funny. No, don't mention them, Johnny. He hates them. Yeah, again, I told you, no more. Don't mention it. My next podcast is in a couple of days. Don't. They're banned. They're canceled. They don't exist to me anymore. They're the freaking glasses wearing yahoos I don't want on my channel. I don't need their stupid comments. I have taste. They don't. What if you woke up in a saw trap? That would suck. Yeah, Will Smith has 2 kids, so he should know. They're probably going to make that kid the next one. What you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? That was fun to watch again, guys. That was Bad Boys for Life, aka Bad Boys 3. That was awesome. And there's a post-credit scene, yeah. Good thing it's right after the end credit, right before the end credits. Yeah, because like I said before, if that kid becomes the next bad boy, that'd be interesting. Then, Michael Pena's son, who doesn't, he's barely. It's like what they did to Zemo. Yeah, you're gonna be in prison for the rest of your life. You murdered a bunch of people. What if Freeburg and Seltzer parodied musicals? Well, they tried that. That's it. We're done. Dun, dun. That was fun. Good movie. Very, very, very successful film at the box office. I'm glad that it made money. After 17 years, it was good to see these actors back. There's some flaws. I don't care for the Spanish. Next time, I'm going to fast forward it. I only muted it just to keep my sanity. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll eventually do the first 2 films. The second movie is just way too long. So hopefully I'll do that in the summer. This movie is still holds up. A year later, after COVID, it's still a movie that was not hurt by that, and it wasn't delayed for 2 years. It's still good, and I don't care what anybody says. This is one of the best third movies in a franchise that took so long to make. and Michael Bay wasn't needed. He just produced the film and made a cameo. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next one.